This first lesson is where everything starts. Last week we did some things to try to build your understanding of how graphing works, but this week we're actually going to be working with actually doing it. So what you learned last week should support what you know, but like I said, just make sure that you're understanding this stuff, and if not, shoot me an email. Let me know so we can try to get this stuff figured out. But in our bell ringer that we had in class today, it said use a point to create a line with slope of 2/5. And what we learned as we were learning all this stuff is that slope is rise over run. And so that means that 2 is your rise, 5 is your run. And so what you would do is start from the point, because you have to start from the point, at least today you do. Start from the point, and then what you do is from there you go up 2 because that's your rise, and you go over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 because that's your run. You would then take a ruler and connect those 2 points. I don't know if I'll be able to do it right because I'm doing it at a weird angle, but we'll see. And you make sure your line goes all the way across the region, and you want to put an arrow at the end of each side. But like I said, that is your how you would do that, which is to use rise over run from a certain point to get your second point. The difference is, instead of being given the slope today, you're going to have to learn to extract it from the equation. So far what we've learned is that slope has another name, which is rate of change. So in last semester's work, whenever it said find the slope of 2 points, find the rate of change of 2 points, you had to kind of learn these two things are the same thing. Well, now you're actually going to learn another way to identify slope, which is by the letter M. The variable M is used to represent slope in equations. And in today's work, the equations will be set up using what we call slope-intercept form. You might want to write this down for yourself, at least the formula, which is y equals mx plus b. And so in this equation, it's important you notice that our slope, m, because remember slope is m, is attached to x. So whenever you're looking for slope, look to see what number is attached to x, and then you go from there. So hopefully you have the note guide there. You have some sort of paper that you can copy some of these things on. If you're copying this, all you got to do is just kind of recognize that you went 3 up, so go 3 up and put a dot, and then go where you go from there. But what you're doing is, again, the information's hidden. So we have to look at this and realize that the slope on number 1, if it's y equals mx plus b, and we're looking for m, our m is 1/4. And so we have to go to this point, and remember rise over run, you'll go up 1 and over 1, 2, 3, 4, second dot, and then you'll wrap that thing up as is. Let's see if I can do better this time. It's weird because there's a camera blocking my angle, and I knock off the whole thing. See? Camera. Anyway, but that's all you have to do. So it's just getting you used to the fact that everything is where it needs to be. Y equals 2/3 x minus 4. Again, in this case, m is equal to whatever is attached to x, which is 2/3. That is your slope. So from there, we go up 2 over 3. Put your dot. Draw your line. It's better if I do put this upside down. I think it's curved anyway, but that's it. So in your job this week, first part of your job this week is being able to take this equation, recognize that the slope is 7/2, and then finding the dot that's already there and going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 over 2, and then using those 2 dots to make your line. So again, that is all there is to it. Number 4, -3/2 x plus 4. If we're looking for the slope, it would be -3 over 2. And again, what that means is the negative means you're going to go down 3. But remember, whenever we did slope, we always run right. So you will always go to the right from wherever you were. And then that will represent what we're doing there. So -3/2 x means down 3 over 2. Number 5, -1/3 x minus 2 means, again, what we're going to do is say our slope, our m, is -1/3. Find the initial point. From there we go down 1, because that's what the 1's telling us to do, and then over 3. And then from there we again connect our points and move on. Very simple process. On our next lesson, we'll move forward a little bit more in terms of getting some things where you do more work, but this is initially just getting you used to the slope portion of it, In this case, slope is negative 5/3. And so what you'll do is from this point, go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over 1, 2, 3, put your point and wrap it up. So again, if there are any questions on anything like that, just let me know, shoot me an email, and let me try to help you get on track. At this point, again, you learn to do processes that are simple, because again, doing what we just did is very simple, but you have to pull information from an abstract source. In this case, the slope-intercept equation, the y equals mx plus b, is your source of information. You have to memorize the equation. You have to recognize that in this equation, the number attached to x is your slope. So try to start thinking about it now. Again, ask for help as you need it. If you need to, click my name on that Canvas page, talk to me and let me know what you need so I can try to help you get where you need to be. Outside of that, take care, and I'll talk to you later. Good luck.